The iPhone 16s are finally official. I've had some early hands-on time, and here's everything you need to know. So as expected, we do have 4 new iPhones. There's an iPhone 16, an iPhone 16 Plus, an iPhone 16 Pro, and an iPhone 16 Pro Max. Let's start off by talking about the displays. So all of the new iPhones have the new Ceramic Shield Gen 2, which is supposed to be around 50% tougher compared to Gen 1, and Apple have said that it's 2 times tougher than any other smartphone glass. Now, I am not going to be somebody who's going to be doing some drop tests to test them out. I'm sure others will do. Now, the iPhone 16 and the 16 Plus have the same size displays as last year. So we've got 6.1 inches and 6.7 inches. They're using OLED technology. They do get pretty bright, 2000 nits outdoor peak brightness, and they go all the way down to just 1 nit. So if you are using them in the dark, that's going to be really good. However, they are still just 60 Hz. We don't have ProMotion, which I know a lot of people are going to be disappointed about. Now with the iPhone 16 Pro and the iPhone 16 Pro Max, we actually have slightly larger displays, 6.3 inches and 6.9 inches, because we've got super small bezels. However, the devices are slightly larger in terms of the height and the width, although they are the same in terms of the depth. We've got ProMotion technology, so 120 Hz, and this is going to mean that we can still have the always-on displays, which you're not going to have on the iPhone 16 and the iPhone 16 Plus. In terms of peak brightness, it's the same. We've got 2000 nits outdoor peak brightness and down to 1 nit in the dark. Now looking at the design, so the iPhone 16 and the 16 Plus have a redesigned camera module. We have the cameras side by side, and this will enable 1080p spatial video as well as the ability to take spatial photos. We have an aluminium build, which is made out of 85% recycled aluminium, and we have some refresh colors. So there's a black, a white, a pink, a teal, as well as an ultramarine. The other design change for the iPhone 16 and the 16 Plus is that we now have the action button, which we saw on the iPhone 15 and the 15 Pro Max. This is above the volume buttons. Now with the iPhone 16 Pro and the iPhone 16 Pro Max, we have grade 5 titanium, and we have the new micro blasted texture. And for the colors, we've got a darker black titanium, a brighter white titanium. The natural titanium looks pretty similar, and then we've got a new desert titanium. This is an interesting color, might be quite popular because it is the new one, and it will definitely tell you that you've got the new iPhone. All devices, as expected, are IP68 water and dust resistant, and we have something new. We have the camera control. Now this can be used in both portrait and landscape. It's flush to the surface and it's using sapphire crystal. Now you can use this to launch the camera and take pictures. You can click and hold to start a video, but it does have tactical click feedback as well as a multi-capacitive signal sensor. And I gotta say, the haptics are very good on this. It kind of feels like a real button. If you press lightly, then you'll be able to see other controls, and then you can swipe through these. So for instance, if you're in the camera and you want to be zooming in and out, then you can just swipe using the camera control. And it's also compatible with other apps. So for instance, with Snapchat, you've got all of your different controls there. Now, this is going to be really interesting. I think it's very useful. It depends on how I'll get used to it. My feedback with the action button was that it was the topmost button and I just didn't find myself using it. And I was saying that the action button would be better if it was placed lower. But Apple have just given us a whole other button, but it's more of a camera control, so it's not technically a button. Personally, I would have also liked if this doubled up as a Touch ID sensor as well. For the days when you've got your face sunken in your pillow and you want to unlock your phone and then Face ID is not working, I mean, for me, this would have been ideal. Maybe we'll have it in the next version. Now, if you're going to be picking up a new iPhone 16 or have an older iPhone with MagSafe, then you'll want to check out the latest MagSafe charging accessories from our video sponsor, ESR. Perfect to keep you topped up on the go, the ESR Qi 2 MagSafe battery pack with kickstand is ultra compact and slim, only 15.5 millimeters thick, making it 38% slimmer than competitors. It has cool charging thanks to ESR's NTC sensors and AI algorithm, and constant temperature monitoring keeps the power bank below 37.3 degrees Celsius, much less than the standard of 56 degrees. It supports 15 watts fast MagSafe charging for iPhone, powered by Qi, and also has the double award-winning kickstand, which props up your device for both portrait and landscape viewing. For your home charging, we have the ESR 3-in-1 MagSafe charger with Qi 2 and Cryo Boost. This also has the fastest iPhone 15-watt MagSafe charging with ESR's patented Cryo Boost cooling technology, which keeps your phone cool for faster charging. And it also has faster Apple Watch charging and can charge an Apple Watch Ultra to 100% in 1 hour and 40 minutes, which is 4 times faster than other brands' 2.5 watt chargers. And if you want something for the car, then we have the ESR MagSafe car charger with Qi 2, 15 watts MagSafe charging, Cryo Boost cooling, and a unique dual mounting choice. Check out the link in the description to see all of ESR's MagSafe collection. Now let's talk about the cameras, but before we do, just remember, if you want to see super SAF style camera comparisons of the new iPhones versus the competition, then be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss them. I'm going to be working on them very, very soon. So the iPhone 16 and the 16 Plus have new cameras. We've got a 48 megapixel Fusion primary camera, and because of the larger size of the sensor, it can just use the middle part to give you 12 megapixel 2 times lossless zoom photos like we've seen on the Pro models previously. The iPhone 16 and the 16 Plus also come with a brand new 12 megapixel ultra wide camera, which does have autofocus. This means you're going to be able to also use it as a macro camera once again like we've seen on Pro models previously. Now, because of its larger sensor size, you've also got 2.6 times more light, and we have improved audio recording with the ability to remove unwanted wind noise. Now, the iPhone 16 Pro and the 16 Pro Max, we once again have a new 48 megapixel Fusion camera. Now, this is a second gen quad pixel sensor, and it's supposed to be 2 times faster. Now, iPhones have generally been very fast with taking pictures with minimal shutter lag as it is, but you can see in this example here with the iPhone 16 Pro Max, when I was taking pictures of Fisher, I mean, it was very, very quick. Now, big improvement we've got is with the ultra-wide camera. This is now a 48 megapixel ultra-wide camera. This is something that I'm super pleased about because I would say on iPhones, the ultra-wide cameras have been good, but when you do compare them to the competition, they were falling behind, so it's nice to see this improvement. This once again does have autofocus, so you'll be able to take macro shots at 48 megapixels. And then we have the 12 megapixel telephoto camera, which is going to give you 5 times optical zoom. This is now also on the iPhone 16 Pro. Last year, we only had a 5x telephoto camera on the Max version, not the Pro version, but they've managed to now bring this into the Pro version, which is nice. Now, another new feature are the photographic styles. So now these have been improved. Previously, I'll be honest, I never really used them much because I didn't want to stick to a particular style. What you can now do is change them after the fact. So you could just take a normal photo and then you can go in and adjust the photographic styles. There's also a live preview if you do want to take them when you are shooting. And you can also use the camera control to switch between different photographic styles. Now, one big improvement we've got is with the video. We now have 4K 120 frames a second Dolby Vision HDR cinematic video. You're going to be able to record in slow motion or just record in your standard video, and then you'll be able to go into the Photos app and then adjust the speed. So you can go 120 FPS, 60, 30 or 24 frames a second, which is the correct frame rate, Marquez. But this genuinely looks very, very impressive. Once again, I cannot wait to do the super SAF style camera comparison. Let me know down in the comments which device you'd like me to compare it to first. Now, with audio, we also have some improvements. We've got 4 studio quality mics, and these will give you more true to life audio with reduced noise. There's spatial audio capture, and then we've got a new audio mix feature, which is the industry's first. This uses machine learning to separate different voices, so you can have in-frame mix to enhance the audio of the person that's speaking. And then we've got studio mix as well as cinematic mix. I'm really looking forward to testing this out and maybe putting it up against Magic Audio Razor on the Google Pixel 9 Pro XL. Right now, let's talk about performance, and all of the performance kind of leads on to Apple Intelligence. So with the iPhone 16 and the 16 Plus, we have the new A18 chip. This is actually quite a bump up from the A16 Bionic that we had on the 15 and the 15 Plus. This is the second gen 3nm chip, which has 2 times faster machine learning, a 30% faster CPU, a 40% faster GPU, and it's also more efficient, taking 35% less power compared to the A16 Bionic. It also has a thermal substrate to dissipate heat and can give you 30% higher sustained performance, as well as hardware accelerated ray tracing. With the iPhone 16 Pro and the iPhone 16 Pro Max, we have the A18 Pro chip. This is also using a 3nm process and has a 20% faster GPU, a 15% faster CPU, and gives you 2 times faster ray tracing while taking up 20% less power, with a 20% improvement in sustained performance compared to the A17 Pro. And once again, all of this is kind of built up for Apple Intelligence. So let's talk a little bit about the software. So we have iOS 18. And we've seen the previews before. We've got loads of customizations now on iOS 18. I'm not going to go into all of those in too much detail. One of the new things we do have is emergency SOS with live video. And then we have Apple Intelligence. Now, as always with Apple, they have put a big emphasis on privacy with Apple Intelligence, as well as the fact that it can understand personal context. I've actually talked to Tim Cook about Apple Intelligence at DubDub. You can check out that video if you haven't seen it already. It's going to be linked down in the description. But running through some of the features of Apple Intelligence, you do have the writing tool. So anywhere there is a cursor, you will be able to summarize the text. You'll be able to rewrite the text in different styles. We've got some big improvements for Siri as well. You can tap and hold the power button to launch it. And again, it can tap into your personal context, which makes it quite special. So for instance, you can go into your photos and search for Noah playing football, and it's going to know who Noah is, and it's going to find photos of Noah playing football. And it can also search for a specific moment in a video, which is very, very cool. And there's also going to be cleanup where you can remove people from the background of your pictures. Shame we can't do that for video right now because there's a lot of people coming around in the background for this video. Now, a lot of these Apple Intelligence features will be coming at a later date, and with Siri, initially it's going to be US English that's going to be supported, with other languages coming soon. Once again, I can't wait to test out all of these new features. Now, touching on some of the features that you may have missed, we do have Wi-Fi 7 across the board on all of the new iPhones. This will be great if you have a compatible router. You'll be able to get some very high speeds. And even if you don't have right now, it's nice that this is future-proof. And although all of the iPhones have USB Type-C, the iPhone 16 and the iPhone 16 Plus have USB 2. So this is going to give you around 480 megabits per second. Whereas the iPhone 16 Pro and the iPhone 16 Pro Max have USB 3, which is going to give you up to 10 gigabits a second. So you'll be able to get much faster transfer speeds, and especially if you're recording in log straight onto an external hard drive, this is going to be very useful on the Pro models. Now for the batteries, we do have improved batteries for all of the new iPhones. As far as I'm aware, I'm not sure of the specific sizes, but the iPhone 16 does have a larger battery size. However, because of the new, more efficient chips, we will be getting better battery life across all of the different iPhones, something that I'm going to have to test. We also have Qi 2 supported across all of the different iPhones, so you've got 15 watts of wireless charging, and if you use MagSafe, you can get up to 25 watts of fast charging if you have a 30 watts power adapter that you connect the MagSafe charger to, which is pretty cool. Now finally, the pricing. So the pricing hasn't changed as far as I'm aware compared to last year. So the iPhone 16 starts at $800 or £800. The iPhone 16 Plus starts at $900 or £900. The iPhone 16 Pro starts at around $1,000 or £1,000. Now these are all for the 128 gigabyte base models. The iPhone 16 Pro Max, however, starts at 256 gigabytes, and that is going to be starting at £1,200 or $1,200. You can pre-order them all from Friday the 13th of September, and they will all be available from the 20th of September. And that is everything you need to know about the iPhone 16s. What do you guys think of them? Drop me a comment below and let me know your thoughts. As I've mentioned, I'm going to be doing lots of comparisons and coverage with the new iPhones. If you want to see all of that first, then do consider subscribing to the channel and hitting that bell icon. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, then do smash that like button for me. Thanks for watching. This is Saf on SuperSaf TV, and I'll see you next time. It says, and it's supposed to be 20% faster with the GPU. You can put this in the outtakes.
All right, so the GPUs, CPUs,
Man, I can't even remember all that. That's why I'm like just taking it from the notes.